The last stage of a product strategy is really understanding your competition and how you're differentiated from them. And we'll talk about that today. So why is it so important to consider competitors? For starters, there's a lot of products and services that think they have the newest, most innovative thing on the block. And that's not always true. You need to know your customer's consideration set, not yours. So your customer is considering not just your product and service, but also your competitors. So considering the benefits of your products against the benefits of an alternative is the smart way to go. So don't just come up with a list of who your competitors are, but ask your customers directly and then really try to understand what they're doing and then put that side by side with what you're doing. So let's look at some examples. So let's say I was buying a Toyota. It's a very clear type of car. I want a 4-door sedan, cool. Now, typically, if I asked what is a competitor to Toyota, someone might name other alternative cars. So maybe a Nissan or a BMW. So that's straightforward. But a lot of times we forget the not so straightforward alternatives. So that's things like public transportation or taking an Uber. Let's take a look at another example. So this is in the digital space. So you have Netflix. Now, because we know Netflix to be a platform that enables people to log on and stream movies and TV shows, we assume that their competitor would be something like Hulu, which is true. But we also don't want to disregard competitors like reading a book, traveling, or other things that people use to fill their time. Now, differentiation is about standing out when it comes to your competitors. It's that feature that makes your product or service stand above the rest. This could be based on price, your level of service, how you've designed your product, what the brand perception is, what your business model is or how it works, or even just your reputation. So it doesn't always have to be a tangible product feature. Now, a great way to start to do some digging to understand where you can kind of leverage competitive advantage is by doing a SWOT analysis. So a SWOT analysis looks at your strengths and weaknesses as a business. This is internally. And then it also looks at the opportunities and threats that you have against your competitors. So that's looking externally.